What's up everyone, Laren here, and today I have a 27 Darkheart Thicket that I wanted to show you guys how it went and what I pretty much did in the key, both DPS and healing wise. But I wanted to start this video with an overview of the talents that I played, my gear, and general questions that I get a lot regarding stats and what builds that I play in Mythic Plus. This is pretty much, well, my gear at the moment. I'm for 80. Still don't have the pieces that I would like to have, mainly the Glaidalis Trinket from Raid, from Tendril, which is a huge DPS boost for healers in Mythic Plus. And I also do not have the Iridol staff from Galakron's Fall. I'm probably on my 50th run without having seen that stupid staff, and that staff is very good on execute because it can crit for 1 million, and it's a lot of healer DPS that benefits the whole group, just time-wise in the key. Sadly, I don't have any of those yet, so you just see me run stat-stick trinkets. They're very good regardless, especially when you need healing on the mend. And these are my embellishments at the moment as well. I got a lot of people on which embellishments they should run. Number one priority, go for adaptive arm guards for sure. Second embellishment, either Lariat or Venom steeped stompers are very good. I decided to go with Stompers as my first craft because I had them from Season 1 and they were my biggest item level upgrade coming into Season 3. And Adaptive Dracothist Arm Guards are also very good because you have very good uptime on both the stat procs. This week, with my third Spark, I crafted a regular neck with the stats that my sim told me to, which if you don't know how to do sims for healer specs, you can check on qelive.com. It's the raid bots equivalent for healers, which you definitely should check out, and props to Volk for all the work that he does for us healers, because it's definitely a lot of help when you didn't have previously something as raid bots, so it's very cool to have some way to sim gear for us healers mains. But yeah, these are my stats. Regarding haste, because I also get a lot of questions. Personally, I don't like recommending a certain percentage of a stat that you should be playing with, because you will always want to prioritize item level, and your gear when you are still at the start of a season is not gonna be where you want it to be. In that sense, you should just aim for item level. Avoid one of the stats that's not your best, which can be somewhat easily done. However, don't overthink your stats. I have a lot of people coming into my chat, which you should, I'm not saying that, but I have a lot of people asking, I play with X amount of stats, Y amount of stats, Z amount of stats. Is this good? Which stats should I change? Don't overthink it. Your stats do not determine your performance overall as a healer. Yes, you can optimize them, but I think a lot of people overthink them. That being said, regarding haste, personally, I have found for a smooth and non-clunky gameplay, I prefer having haste around 18% or 17%, the minimum, in Mythic Plus. You do not want to get mastery, as it is a stat that, well, our mastery as Restoration Shaman is a bit counterintuitive in Mythic Plus. In some healing scenarios it could be beneficial, but it's not really a stat you want to aim for. Regarding what I said about haste, yeah, you just want to get to comfort level, and then you just stack critical strike and versatility. Versatility for both healing increase and damage reduction, as it's always good for survivability in high keys, and critical strike because it benefits you as a spec, and you benefit a lot of researchers because of critical strike. I think that was a very long intro for what I wanted to say, but this is the build that I played in the key. Actually, this is the talent that I wanted to go for. This is the spec side of the tree that I always go with in high keys so far. I've been always playing continuous waves because having Primordial Wave on a very short cooldown and having the healing wave from Primordial Wave enhanced by 25% is very noticeable. So having a very short AoE cooldown is very beneficial for us, and also very mana friendly outside of a chain heal and healing surge spam. In lowish keys where I feel like I can trade 1 point of Vigor for moat, I'll do this. But in high keys where actually survivability matters, I will go with 2 points in Vigor. I would love to have the point to go into Master of the Elements, but with this build that would mean I would either have to drop Lava Surge or AR or realistically Vigor, because you don't want to drop Stormkeeper, you don't want to drop Resurgence, and our talent tree has a lot of problems which I'm not gonna go into on this video because that takes a whole new video to discuss about. But yeah, regarding our class tree, this is the build that I'm playing in Darkheart Thicket, and I will explain why I take these talents. Decurs for the last trash packs in the dungeon, because they, well, apply a curse that you have to dispel. I always take Elemental Warding for high keys. You see me taking half of the cap on this talent point because I am taking Spirit Wolf for the VR, because I needed it actually to survive the AoE stump from the third boss, Nullroot, I think that's his name. You could take Earth Alley as well, but I feel like having it on such a long cooldown, together with Astral Shift, which is already a beefy cooldown, I needed a more consistent sort of damage reduction, and sitting in Ghost Wolf 5 seconds prior to the AoE and having Vigor applied to myself together with the DR from Earth Shield by playing Earthen Harmony was the way to survive that AoE stomp. So I haven't played Spirit Wolf in like Shadowlands, I feel like. Thunderous Paws has proven way more useful, but in this case Spirit Wolf actually was goated. It sucks because you have to sit AFK to get the stacks, but yeah, you survive. Playing Poison Cleansing Totem because of the various poison debuffs in this dungeon. I also get a lot of questions regarding Totemic Recall. I play Recall to reset the cooldown on Cloudburst Totem like 100% of the time, just for more healing throughput and healing on demand. Instead of having only 2 charges of Cloudburst, you can have an additional one if you need. And sometimes you can use it, for example in Darkheart Thicket, it's a very good example that you can have it to reset Poison Cleansing Totem, because a lot of the poison debuffs overlap, and if you are the only one who can dispel in the group, it's a bit scuffed, so having the cooldown reset on Poison Cleansing Totem is very efficient. Not playing Surging Shields, although if you are someone who has very good uptime on Earth Shield, it can be a very good talent, but by default I take Swirling Currents because it just enhances the healing from Cloudburst. And that's pretty much it. I don't want to go overboard with the length of the intro, I think I've already talked too much. If you have any questions, do feel free to ask in the comments down below. I think I still needed to make this intro because I still see a lot of people with questions regarding what to play and why I do the things I do and why do I change some talents in certain dungeons, mostly on this side. But yeah, if you have any questions, do feel free to ask me in the comments down below, like I said, or reach me out in my Discord, which you can also check in the description box down below. But yeah, I'll leave you guys to the video. Enjoy. Regarding the trash here in the first part of the dungeon, I don't feel like I have a lot to talk about, although I will make some important points that I feel like people will ask me of why I did the things I did, specifically in this key. In the first pool, it is somewhat of a big pool, so we paired it with Lust, and I will pair a Ancestral Guidance, which I will shorten with AG in this video if I ever refer to it, together with Stormkeeper, and it covers the damage that our team is taking here in this specific encounter. However, once the cats start leaping onto players, then you'll want to actually make sure you are prioritizing single target healing onto that same person who has been affected by the debuff, which is the cat leap, like I said. You'll also see a couple of the mobs here in the first part of the dungeon which apply a poison debuff, which you have to dispel, otherwise I believe it does lethal AoE damage, or only to the person. I honestly cannot recall, but I'm pretty sure it's very deadly if it is not dispelled. This is why you bring Poison Cleansing Totem, by the way, and this is also why, if you play Totemic Recall, it is a very good totem to reset its cooldown, as the poison debuffs are very constant and happen very often, so it is very good to have another charge of Poison Cleansing Totem to help you deal with the debuffs, because as a shaman, you cannot manually dispel poisons. However, if you talent into Poison Cleansing Totem, you can. The only downside is it has sort of a long cooldown compared to obviously a manual healer dispel. So having the ability to reset its cooldown through Totemic Recall is very good. Regardless of this first part of the dungeon, all you see me doing is spam Chain Lightning and Acid Rain on cooldown. This is gonna be your biggest damage input in keys. You want to make sure that Healing Rain is on cooldown for Acid Rain, and you want to spam Chain Lightning in 2 or more targets. Chain Lightning actually does very similar damage to a Lightning Bolt in single target. It's only 7,000 or 8,000 TPS compared to a Lightning Bolt hitting in single target compared to Chain Lightning also in single target. So you can honestly as well cast Chain Lightning in single target now, which for me it doesn't make sense, so I will still keep casting Lightning Bolt when Lava Burst is on cooldown, because in single target you want to pry Lava Burst over Lightning Bolt. Same thing still though, in single target you want to keep Acid Rain on cooldown. But like I said, in AoE, make sure you have very high uptime on Acid Rain and just spam Chain Lightning. You can keep 1 or 2 Flame Shocks active just for instant Lava Burst procs through Lava Surge, which is also a talent that you used to be playing with. However, in AoE, you just wanna spam Chain Lightning and, like I said, keep Acid Rain on cooldown.
Defilers, I can smell the nightmare in your blood. Be gone from these woods, or suffer nature's wrath.
In regards to the first boss, we are actually trying out a new mechanic. I don't know if this is what people do in high keys, but this is the most efficient way that we have found to handle this boss. We have a countdown timer for Nightfall, which is when the ads spawn and they drag out these swirlies, and they're these dangerous pools that you cannot step in, otherwise you take damage and die. So what we do is we have a countdown and we ask everyone to be in melee. In this case it's me and the Evoker, because, well, the other two DPS players are melee players, so they're naturally melee. We all stack and we cleave them down within the boss's melee range, so they have enough damage to kill them and they don't drag their pulls all around the room and we run into a situation where we have no space left because they all lived long enough to be able to make sure that we didn't have enough space left to kill the boss, which makes also the boss very awkward to play because he leaps around and can be deadly, and also for the tank because he has to dodge the charge. And yeah, this is the most efficient way that we have seen to handle this boss with. Regardless of the bleed debuff that he applies, because I'm not a dwarf, I will dwarf every other so debuff. If anything, it's a grievous type of bleed, so all you have to do is make sure you are healed above 90% health, and then the bleed goes off.
Yep.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Breath of Eons.
I will bleed the nightmare from you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
By tooth and claw, be purged!
Five, four, three, 2, 1.
Fuck have you done to me? Everyone not complete. Corduroy is next.
I am the vessel of nature's fury!
5, 4, 3,
Should we add a
2,
Nightfall or leave?
1.
Probably leap. Nope.
I have absolutely no clue why I beamed there, so maybe I'm capable for the next shots or not.
Do you want it early or just try and dodge it? I guess go far.
Yeah, actually I let it push me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Whoa!
5, 4, 3, 2,
No, sorry, it was fine.
1.
Yeah, I took damage from pull.
Why did that? Oh, you got a shield though. It's fine.
Yeah, but
No.
I see now.
No.
I am the Defiler. A fluke.
Flowers.
Savor it and pray you do not face me next. They will be more than
Breath of Eons.
for your true power rests in the nightmare. Silence, weakling. When you open your mouth again, it will be to cry for mercy.
Mr. Critcake, why do you hit the Dryad when it has the least health?
because I commit to one target.
Can you commit to Blossom?
Well, I commit to one blossom. That's also crap. Then the blossom will just die first. The one blossom. Because I deal 100% damage to one target and 55 to the other.
Okay.
Yep. You can move the flowers to her.
Fucking Kurva looked like a secret agent trying to dodge. Looking invisible.
Divine
Scared,
Shield.
I can't see a thing.
A Vagrom on.
You can release run, right?
Yeah, I should be able to
Just
fly.
before the diet. I can come to you to gates if you are in trouble. Like,
Cannot spell this.
I need to get this to die.
Oh my god.
Cool.
Okay, release.
But
I'll come back for the gates.
I fear the blossoms, but it's fine, I guess.
I
Wait,
don't know,
okay.
it's crazy the bull with these. Okay, I can go for it now, I think.
We lost a lot of time here for sure.
Cannot dispel on all.
Be fine. Get the diet. Yeah, this is pointless running back and forth.
They don't dispel on me.
I think we just move on now.
yeah, already get timeless.
I'll kill these off and I'll jump after you guys.
I'll kick some orange.
Star.
Okay. Can we get orange? Yeah.
I'm orange, I'm orange.
Breath of Eons.
Capping.
I silent.
Okay, we're gonna need to kick in. I'm on star.
I'm on more.
You de-enrage? Okay, there's one orange needs kick. The rest are CCable. Okay.
Last time we had like 18 here, I think. Surely.
And now we come on to the second boss, which is Narut. And this boss actually was what made me take Spirit Wolf. A talent that I haven't played in 2 years, I think, since Shadowlands. This is the boss that will determine your survivability in the key. His AoE stomp is super deadly. And I tried Earth Ellie, and Earth Ellie is also a viable option in high tyrannical keys. However, I feel like having Astral Shift on already a very big cooldown, which is a minute and a half, paired with Earth Ellie, which is on a 5-minute cooldown, which is even worse, doesn't... Well, it isn't enough for you to be able to live this boss. At least that's what I found, personally. You might have more versatility if you have a key of this level or higher. I did not, and I died without anything, even with Vigor applied in Earth Shield through Earth and Harmony. So I needed something else that was more consistent, and that was Pure Wolf. Or Ghost Wolf, rather. And this implied that I would have to sit 4 to 5 seconds AFK prior to the stomp, which is very boring, but as a healer it's definitely not as punishing as a Enhancement Shaman or Ellie Shaman, for example. It is very annoying still because you cannot DPS the boss, but 20% DR on every stomp definitely guarantees that you will live. I still make sure to have Vigor applied. You see the green number on my frames to get close to Riptide is Vigor. It indicates the duration of Vigor left on that person. So, having Vigor before any deadly mechanic as a Restoration Shaman is very crucial in High Mythic Plus. If you have someone who is squishy, make sure that they have Vigor applied before any of that specific deadly mechanic, because it can be determined if that person lives the mechanic or not.
I can't dance this, by the way.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1.
Divine Shield.
It will be red. Let's open, yeah.
Yeah. He will upgrade after.
Will be also creep, so a lot of shit happening.
Ooh.
Pluck you like a flower.
Zephyr.
It's time we get to the root of the problem.
5, 4, 3,
Breath of
2,
Eons.
1.
Darkness.
Mantal.
I can't get this one. These two, they're font.
Yeah.
And this set I can't get.
Ant coming.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Storm coming.
1. 2, 1.
Oh, soon.
I think I have a crush
Red.
on you.
I'm gonna turn here. Right now. Air clip over this is. Okay, we.
Yeah. 13 minutes should be doable. I wanna move fast.
I told
For sure.
you
Oh, instant throw.
Rest.
Knifing.
Nightmare Breath.
What?
A pity
It did
you
grip,
come
but
this
I don't know
far
why.
only to die at the hands of Xavius. An empty threat. You hold no sway over this realm.
Get the element.
In regards to the trash, in this phase where you have the elementals and the small, well, elementals, make sure that when they're about to die, drop a Cloudburst Totem, have Riptide applied on everyone, Primordial Wave, ideally also be at 2 to 3 stacks of Undulation, and then Nature Swiftness. If you don't have Nature Swiftness, well, you don't need to have it, but it helps because it's very... You can make Healing Wave an instant AoE heal on everyone. Otherwise, you just manually cast Healing Wave, and then you top up the group. If you need a cooldown, use AG. Don't pair AG with Ascendance because they're very powerful cooldowns when paired together, but ideally you want to have them split because you have a lot of damage events in a dungeon and in a raid even. So pairing them together can be useful in very, very niche scenarios, but it is something that normally you do not want to do. You want to have your cooldown split for more efficient healing, and so you can survive the longest because, well, your cooldowns are split, so you have more access to cooldowns throughout a fight.
Okay, let's go.
In regards to the third boss of the dungeon, the dragon,
Yeah, it's fine.
this I actually love this boss fight. It's very scripted, so you can play around Primordial Wave. Every set of the wind. So what I try to do is have a Cloudburst Totem placed before the winds. I make sure everyone has Riptide applied on them. Same story here. I make sure that I am at 2 to 3 stacks of Undulation. I apply Primordial Wave onto someone, and then I Healing Wave people back up. Make sure that they're topped before the Shattering Roar. We take that damage. I recall Cloudburst. Everyone gets AoE healed again. This is pretty much the fight. And if you need more healing throughout the winds when you're getting dragged, you can send... I usually get a lot of High Tide procs here, when I'm doing my setup for Primordial Wave cleaves. So I'll send out some chain heals, and like I said, all you have to do on this boss really is play around Cloudburst and Primordial Wave, and a lot of your healing will be Riptide, Healing Wave, and Chain Heal, respectively. And that's pretty much the boss fight.
Yeah.
May as well, man. I don't know why else there's to use, so.
Gonna
Five.
have Giga healing.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Renewing into rescue.
Breath of Eons.
Rescue.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Divine Shield.
Zephyr halfway through. Zephyr.
Zephyr.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Renewing into Restoration on the Earth Shattering. Actually, no, I can put it earlier even. It's
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think we need to zoom the end, right? The last
Yeah.
next one. How long are we looking? Last boss? 5? 4 to it?
I don't know.
Definitely not
I'm gonna
quite.
burn this boss now. Don't use any coolers. Oh crap. We don't have any coolers for next pack.
yeah, when you said it already.
Yeah, so. Okay. We're gonna need really good stops on the next pack.
Let me get these in. AG currents.
Reflecting that one? Okay.
Breath of Eons.
Shockwave. Oh.
And no more silences, so.
If you have pot, you should use. Well, you should just use before. Before 5-minute mark.
Stun.
I got Red Inferno. I'm gonna back off.
Darkness. Zephyr.
Okay, I rally.
Rallying Cry.
Well, I will have suit for last pack.
Wonder how long last boss is. 20.
24, 30.
4 minutes, right? Doable.
Bites. Their bites.
I have call out coming soon.
Start.
Breath and 10. Breath.
Breath of Eons.
So still.
Yeah. It's still too early. Suit now.
Okay. We are good on time.
Mana.
Oh, then we need to kill this decoy.
Oh shit, okay.
You can pull.
Trespassers will be punished.
Now, the last boss. Last boss is a bit tricky and annoying, I guess. Specifically the last phase, because there's a lot of movement, and as a shaman, which you already hear me saying a lot, as a spec very glued to the ground, it is very annoying having to move and heal on the go, especially when someone's being channeled and targeted by the, well, channel of the boss, and at some point the ticks take a lot of someone's health, and it is very deadly. But very briefly, what you want to be doing on this boss is make sure people are topped for the bolt, because the bolt actually almost one-shots you at some specific key level. Make sure that you efficiently single target heal people through the channeling mechanic. Make sure you have a cloudburst placed before that, so you can have healing to be recalled if you need, if you start falling behind on globals. Probably save Spirit Link for the intermission when he reaches 50% and he does the AoE damage event. Although I also like saving Spirit Links sometimes on these higher key levels for when he starts gaining stacks in P2, when he does more damage through his abilities. If he gets hit by swirlies, that's how the boss works. Sometimes having Spirit Link can actually save a life on a clutch, so sometimes I debate whether I'm not going to use it for when he reaches 50%, because like I said, it's very important as well in the last phase of the fight. But that's pretty much the fight. I guess you already know the rest of the mechanics. If you get silenced, make sure you have people within the circle so you can, well, not be silenced. If you have growing paranoia, go out, don't fear people, or get feared in this case. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the commentary on this video. I'm hoping to make some more commentary guides on my future VODs. Also hoping to improve my overall quality on these videos. So if you are enjoying these videos, make sure you drop a follow, make sure to subscribe. Also reach me out if you need on the comments down below or my Discord, and you can also follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/LarenTV. Alright, have a good one, and I'll see you on the next video.
I will fracture your
No, next
feeble
wings.
mind.
Okay, it's 30% though. I'm healing myself as well.
Divine Shield.
Nice bubble. I've got fear.
Process 3 stacks now.
Okay, send it. Care for me. Sending cooldowns now. If you fear me, I cry.
I hate you. I was about to say, of course we get the fear
You will
you
waste away
when we heal.
slowly,
Yeah.
painfully.
Oh my god.
Pop everything.
Yeah.
Darkness.
Very good.
This must
Nice.
be some
Right, I see.
Holy
No
crap.
problem at all.
mistake.
That boss got deleted. Well, not deleted, but
Well
I did someone stick on target.
We must, however,
Yeah.
stay vigilant.